A question, as old as humanity itself. Why are we born the way we are? What determines whether a child is male or female? For centuries, the answers were guesses, superstitions, theories shaped more by belief than by evidence. Some said it was the mother. Others claimed it was influenced by the environment or even chance. But no one truly knew, because the answer wasn't visible. It existed in something too small to see, hidden, deep inside every living cell. And it would take someone patient enough, careful enough, and determined enough to look where no one else had truly looked before. But even when the answer was found, the credit didn't follow the truth. This is Forgotten Minds, where discoveries that define our existence are sometimes remembered without the names that uncovered them. She was born in 1861 in Cavendish, Vermont, in the United States. A quiet place, a quiet beginning. But her life would be anything but simple. Loss came early. Both of her parents passed away while she was still young, leaving her to navigate a world that offered little guidance and even fewer opportunities, especially for someone like her. Because at the time, education for women was limited, encouraged, but not fully supported, allowed, but not truly equal. Still, she persisted. She worked as a teacher, saved money, step by step, building her way toward something more, because she didn't just want to learn, she wanted to understand. Eventually, she enrolled at Stanford University, an achievement that, even then, required determination beyond what most people ever have to give. And she didn't stop there. She continued her studies at Bryn Mawr College, focusing on biology, on cells, on the smallest units of life. Because somewhere within them, she believed there were answers. At the time, science was beginning to explore a new frontier. Chromosomes, tiny structures inside cells, visible only under a microscope. Scientists knew they existed, knew they played a role in inheritance. But the details? Still unclear, still debated. And one of the biggest mysteries remained untouched. What determines sex? Why is one organism male and another female? Was it random? Was it environmental? Or was there something more precise, hidden within the cell itself? She began her research with something unexpected. Mealworms, simple organisms, easy to study. But within them, she saw a pathway to something much larger. She examined their cells, carefully, repeatedly, looking for patterns others had missed. And then, she noticed something. A difference, subtle, but consistent. In some cells, there was a pair of chromosomes that looked identical. In others, one of them was smaller, different. At first glance, it could have been dismissed, a variation, an anomaly. But she didn't dismiss it. She followed it, studied it, tested it. And slowly, the pattern became clear. Organisms with two similar chromosomes developed as female. Organisms with one large and one smaller chromosome developed as male. It wasn't random. It wasn't environmental. It was biological, precise, encoded. What we now know as the XY sex determination system. The discovery that sex is determined by chromosomes, XXXY. A simple pairing, with profound consequences. It was a breakthrough, one that reshaped biology, one that answered a question humanity had asked for centuries. And for a moment, it seemed like she would be recognized for it. Her work was published, her findings were clear, her evidence undeniable. But then, something familiar happened, because around the same time, another scientist was studying similar questions, Thomas Hunt Morgan. His work would go on to become widely recognized, celebrated, expanded, and over time, the narrative began to shift. Because while she had made the discovery, his name became more strongly associated with the field, more visible, more remembered. Partly because he lived longer, partly because he had greater institutional support, partly because the world was more willing to listen to him and less willing to fully acknowledge her. Her contribution didn't disappear, but it was overshadowed, blended into a larger story, where her role wasn't always clearly defined. And just as her work was beginning to gain momentum, her life took a turn. Illness, sudden, severe. She was diagnosed with breast cancer at a time when treatment options were limited, understanding was incomplete, and time was short. She passed away in 1912, at just 50 years old, before she could fully defend her work, before she could expand it, before she could claim the recognition she had earned. And in that absence, history moved on. Others continued the research, built upon the foundation she had laid, and gradually, her name faded into the background. Not gone, but quieter, less prominent, less spoken, even as her discovery remained central to biology. Think about that. Every time we talk about genetics, every time we discuss chromosomes, every time we understand how life is formed at its most fundamental level, we are touching the edges of her work, even if we don't always say her name. And that leaves us with something difficult to consider. How many discoveries have been remembered without remembering the discoverer? How many stories have been told with pieces missing? The woman who uncovered the secret of XX and XY didn't just answer a scientific question. She revealed something about life itself, something precise, something universal, something that exists in nearly every living being. And yet, she didn't live to see her place fully secured in history. Her name was Nettie Stevens. And if this story made you think about the unseen minds behind what we take for granted, then don't let it stay hidden. Subscribe, so voices like hers are heard again. Like the video, so more people can rediscover the truth behind the science. And if you want to explore the evidence behind her work, the references are waiting for you in the first pinned comment, just beneath the surface.